If I'm giving any advice to anybody that I care about, or when they come to me about how to fix or amend a relationship, I tell them communication is everything. This is where it begins. A relationship is a two-way street.
I think asking questions to our kids and not accepting surface answers from them because we're uncomfortable with knowing what they might really be thinking is a super important part of parenting. I think that children in general will test the waters. The more confident and comfortable parents are with continuing the conversation by asking more questions like who, what, when, why, how, and that we shouldn't be afraid to dig deeper.
What you have to know as parents is that in the age of technology, there is no such thing as privacy for our children. There is no room to be friends with our children. Our children have enough friends. We need to be there for our kids in good times and in bad. Our children need to know that no matter what happens in their life, that they can come to you. If they make a mistake online, it's not a matter of you're going to be grounded, I'm taking your stuff away, you're not going to see the light of day. It's about, hey, there's a lot of people out there that want to get to you through your social networks, whether you know it or not. What you need to understand, parents, as parents, you need to be a confidant for your child, that they will come to you anytime something bad happens and explain to you the situation.
As a parent, I feel like trust and your child being able to come talk to you about whatever issue they might be dealing with is very important. If you don't have that level of trust with your child, they're going to hide things from you. They're not going to come seek you out when something might not be going right. I think what's difficult to do when you have that trust and your child comes to you with some of that information is not freaking out, is trying to stay calm, is they're willing to share with you what's going on and not overreact to the situation. And as we sit here today to talk about suicide, to talk about substance use, those are very scary topics. And if your child comes to you to talk about that and they have trust with you to be able to do that, I think again, being able to sit calmly, speaking to them, letting them know you're here for them, you want to hear them, and that you're willing to try to get help, and that they can trust that you will be there, that you will help support them, and do whatever you need to do to get them through that situation.
As kids get older, kind of that, 5th grade, 6th grade on up, parents really need to start transitioning out of being a parent and into being a coach. There's a point in which, as parents, to genuinely be invested in a child's life, ask the questions, and then at what point, when you hear their answers, do you not be directive, and do you just continue to ask questions or coach so that the kids then can make their own decisions? Now, maybe the kids' decisions will be one that leads to another negative outcome, but that's how kids learn.
We know that parents love us. But it's the actions that go behind that. It's the small acts of love, of that text message of I'm proud of you, that phone message of you can do this. Something that I remember my my dad doing, which I always thought was so goofy and was so bizarre, but I'm so grateful of it now, was that he would leave messages when he knew we couldn't answer the phone, like either in class or at work or what have you, and said, you're a warrior today. You're strong, you're a strong person. And those were just, I listened to him and I would laugh and I'm like, what is my dad doing? But he was building me up. He was building me up to really have a strong sense of self, to believe in myself. And he did that in the best way he could by showing the fact that he believes in me. And he loves me.
I think the most important dynamic between a parent and a child is communication. And I think one of the best ways to communicate is by asking questions. But an important aspect of the questions is not nagging the child, making sure that you're doing it in a nurturing way. So knowing or allowing them to know that you support them, that you're interested in what's going on with them by asking questions. But if they don't feel comfortable answering the questions that you ask, it's okay to nurture them anyway. Give them hugs, support, and let them know that you're there for them, even if they don't feel comfortable talking about everything that's happening in their lives at the moment.